What has been going on? How long has it been since I went live last? Who knows? But I haven't been dry vanning for a long time. We are sitting here in Malden, South Carolina. It is 87 degrees at 7:52, and it's hot. I know it's hot across the whole U.S., so nothing new. We're still green light. But it should be quick here. It's like an hour once they start working on it. But what are you guys doing? I figured I have some time. I should be editing my video for today, but I can do that after. I just finished up my my shooting. Did a little drone today. What's up? What's going on? A little droning, and let me get closer to you guys. Pull a seat up. DC Compton, what's going on? It's been a while. Sorry, guys. John O'Connor, Patrick Cobb, Dustin Williams. How you doing, brother? Andrew, how'd they go, bro? It's doing good, Andrew. We're just hanging out here. DHL driver, what's up, man? TX Rustang. There you go. I like that. That's a pretty cool name. Timmy DeTrucka, what's up, man? Brian, how you doing? Ramon, what's going on? Robert Lanier, how you been, man? Sleep Dog Lawn Care, what's going on? There you go, working on my FLD AC. Mine, it was just the expansion valve, and also the air cabin filter was pretty clogged up. RT Jones, what's up, man? Gracilia, how you doing? Jamel, what's going on? Airman, what's going on? Kevin Wright, what's happening, man? Yeah, I haven't been live forever, guys. So somebody in the Stan Lindsay, what's going on? We're just watching cars get painted. Just watching real nice cars get painted. Stan, how you doing, brother? I'm busy. What's up, man? Allison, what's up? Allison, I was thinking about you today. Greg Lynch, what's going on, buddy? Fran, how you doing, man? Michael Gray, how you doing, brother? Eddie, how you doing, buddy? I was thinking about you today, Allison. I was like, I can text her or Facebook her or something. Say hi and tell her I was thinking about her. Much respect to my fellow truck drivers and proud father. There you go, Derek. That's how you do it, man. We're just out here trying to make some money. It's just not a great economy. I'm going down a little rabbit hole with this whole Hawaii thing. I got to stop thinking about it, but I just think about if they can do, if there was any foul play and they did do something like that, they could do that to anybody. So it kind of makes me go crazy thinking about that and my kids. Boozer was in a bad motorcycle wreck. What? Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, man. I follow him on Clayton's Lawn Service. T's and P's for Boozer for sure. He's a guy that works at the shop with the Allison guys. So T's and P's for him, and his son works there too. Yeah, that's crazy. Somebody just hit him out of nowhere, huh? Pray for the shop. Just two of us there. Dang. Anybody needs a mechanic job, good at an ISX, call up Allison. Get up with Hey Guy Diesel over there. Man, Alice, I'm sorry about that. Finally done for the day and able to catch a live. There you go, Kevin. I saw you in the Just Trucking Family comments, man. Camping with Grandma and Papa. Hi, good evening. Sorry. Dorian Watts, what's going on? It's been a while, I'm telling you. Thursday, Florence, South Carolina, then had to pick up. There you go, Florence. That's the good old Niagara bottling plant. There's plenty of loads coming out of there, going all over the place. New York, what's up, Max Blue? But yeah, I was just thinking about this whole Hawaii thing. It's crazy, man. It just drives me. Do we have weapons like that now? Can we infrared laser and just start fires if we want? I don't know. Who knows? But just get Michael Kohler, what's going on? Tim Schmidt, how you doing, man? What's up, Jonathan? How you doing? Did your wife get the post office? Scott, I will have to. I should have texted. I told her I might go live, but I didn't tell her I was. She already should. The boys should be going down right now. They should be already in their beds. But we know how my boys are. Cash will definitely already be in his bed, but the other two, they like to drag it out and stay up as long as they can. But yeah, I'll talk to her about going there. Start back driving on Monday. There you go, Bulldog Gaming. Awesome. Yeah, we got football coming up pretty soon. The UK, what's up, Neil? How you guys doing over there? I know you guys have your own stuff going on too. Hey, the world's got stuff. Henry G, good. Yes, sir, Henry G. Glad to see me back behind here too, man. Clayton, man, this is just a load that I got me home from Florida. Picked it up in Savannah, Georgia, but it didn't deliver till 7:30 at night Monday, which here we are. So got checked in about 7. We're in the door before 7:30. We have to disconnect our trailer and then sit in front of it, and they will get back with us. I heard there was spot market is going down, but this guy right next to me is just reconnected and is pulling out in his Volvo. So we might be next. Go Broncos, Kevin. I pray for the sake of your quarterback, man. I don't know. Oh. The thing is, we are on the largest volcano. Just thinking, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about just crazy to think about that whole Hawaii thing. And I just think about if that was my land, that was my life, and that was my whole world. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What's up, Matt? How you been, man? It has been a while, Matt. Gonna be dragging a reefer on a dedicated. There you go. There you go. Making money and moving the country around. We just need to keep this country above water. And saddest world keeps getting scarier. Yeah, teach Peter. That's T-Dub's like, why do you care so much? I'm like, I don't. It's not like I have family in Maui. It's not like I have any dog in the fight. I just think about the implications of that. If there was foul play, which aluminum wheels on cars and stuff is melted to molten metal, which takes like, just like I said, I'm going down a rabbit hole. It takes like 1600 degrees, and a fire does not burn that hot. But an infrared laser, which you can't see, but the light you can't see unless you have infrared goggles on. You would not see it at all through the night sky or through the daytime sky or anything. And it's the most powerful laser out there. There's a couple guys on Facebook or YouTube that did videos on taking like just the regular laser pointers, taking out the diode, and then magnifying it hugely and making it infrared, getting rid of the green filter or the blue filter, the red filter, whatever it is, whatever filter it had on it, and then they make these like little infrared lasers, which you can't see at all until they turn on the little infrared thing. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if a kid in his garage can do that, I'm sure our military has a way better one, or a private company, maybe not our military, but somebody. And if they'd use that to grab some land in Maui, that's scary, because that means that they can do whatever they want, and no one's going to know how it started. Glad to see you too, Energy. Did a famous pizza company start in Salinas? I don't know. Headed back to Detroit, grab some big aluminum coils. There you go, man. Be careful with those. I'm at Trailer Lot Food Line right now. Are you? Dang, I'm on 546, man. I'm down here on the dry side. Matthew 24:6-7. Yes. And there's another thing I heard, Max. They're taking out the verse, Matthew 17, verse 21. They're taking it out of the new Bibles. I don't know why. It just says to pray and fast, but maybe they don't want you to know that. I don't know. Or they don't want you to, maybe the nutritional people are behind it. But if you look up Matthew 17, verse 21, it's missing out of a lot of Bibles. It's weird. New Bibles, new printed ones. No idea why. Looking back in the box truck business. There you go. Anything out here, man. At some point it has to turn around, and we can't just keep going this negative. Maybe we can. I hope not. But why Maui of all places? Yeah, James. The reason Maui, man, is I've been there twice. I've been to Lanai where it happened, and I've been to played Kapalua. I was blessed to be able to go out there when I lived on the west side of the United States. And it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. But a lot of the local people owned that prime sunset view western side of the island, Lanai. They owned it. A couple of resorts and stuff, but that whole Main Street area was all owned by local people, and they were not selling it to anytime soon to anybody else. So there's a little motive there. If you really look into it, I wouldn't recommend it, because it's going to make your mind twist. When I started looking into it, I started looking into more and more statutes and stuff that they changed. And for a real mind blower, the same police chief that was in charge when Vegas had their biggest mass shooting in U.S. history, he was the Maui police chief, and he was only hired like 5 months before this happened. So can't make it up. I don't want to talk about it anymore. It drives me insane. I think about it a lot. Amazon really good. There you go. It was really good when it started. Keeping up the Joneses. How you doing, man? But Amazon kind of leveled out, and it's a little bit lower than market usually, was what they say. But it's, if you need a trailer, then yeah. I know laser weapons have been around for years, but to use it, maybe that I don't know. They got good enough to be able to pinpoint it, or they put one up on a satellite in space. I don't know. I'm not that guy. Finished Amazon today and doing some flatbed. There you go, Beast. How you doing, man? How's California doing, man? Just got done with the load from Bradenton. I like Bradenton. It's just right there by Jacksonville to Pittsburgh for just over $2,000. There you go, Kevin. That's fine, man. Yeah, Drew. You're gonna keep getting me on the topic. And then the celebrities. If you look at an infrared laser or any laser, it won't burn the color blue for whatever reason, the wavelengths. So they did a demonstration where they put all these different colored cloths on the ground, and they put the laser across all of them, and it only would not burn on blue. Keep putting over blue, no burn. Goes to the yellow, burns. Goes to green, burns. So conspiracy for sure. A little hot today, 102, man. The reason that certain chapters of the verse are being left out, new Bibles, is simply because in this day and age people are easily offended, I guess. But it just said about fasting. It's so weird. What's up, Robert Pitts? Dwayne, thanks a lot, man. What's up, bro? The family doing good, Dwayne. Oh man, good to see you guys. You're not crazy, Justin. Yeah, thank you, Max. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I feel for those people. A lot of stuff that has been changed in the last year was directly involved with a natural disaster that seemed like, I mean, the hurricane was like 400 miles south of them, and they were showing the trees, and they were showing like instance of like 35-mile-an-hour winds on a tropical storm that was happening like a couple years ago or a year ago. And then they were showing that they said that was their 80-mile-an-hour winds, and there definitely was not. Conspiracy, no stupidity, I guess. What's up, Bill Baldwin? The death rate, yeah. My cousins was talking about this and told me to paint my roof blue. That's what. So my HOA, another person. Carmelo, what's going on? Keith, how you doing, man? Matt Lopez, another one of someone in time to get casing. Yes, I know, Stan. I'm thinking of putting one at the lake house. Is what I'm thinking about. But then we wouldn't be able to play that much. But at my house, my driveway slanted. Backyard maybe, and then it might just put a net up so it doesn't go over in the neighbor's yard when he's shooting. But I got to put a goal somewhere. I'm thinking the backyard, that place where I had the screaming chicken. But I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, that blue. I'm busy. What's going on? Very angry with us. Yeah, everyone's angry at everybody. I think everyone's just angry at the people who call the shots of the world right now. That's what it is, because they're kind of pushing their own whatever their end goal is, and everyone else is just kind of in limbo. But yeah, and if you guys haven't heard about this, don't go looking it up, but you'll start thinking like, what the heck are they talking about? The people that had their roofs painted blue, or like blue cars that were on the island, were not burnt. Anything blue, like these umbrellas were blue, weren't burnt. Like they were just completely fine. So if you watch the demonstration, the laser will only burn right where it's hitting, and then if it goes over blue, it doesn't burn. It's weird. So everyone's like painting their roofs blue, but all these celebrities and all these higher up people that have maybe in the know or whatever, their roofs are blue, mysteriously. Weird. Heck no. Look, we can't determine when we go anyways, but this stuff is crazy. Yeah, Allison, it's just kind of, it's Pacific Northwest, how you going? Yeah, finally a dry van load where I'm waiting to get unloaded. My light's still green. So once they lock me in, I should be unloaded pretty quickly. They haven't even locked my trailer in yet. But it's just scary for like, a nuclear weapon is going to make some mass destruction, and other countries are going to fire back, and it's just going to implode everything. But if they want to specifically take out a group of an area or people, and they can directly do that by burning people were saying this fire was so hot, the intensity of it was because they were getting, I don't know for fact, but it seemed like there was other things at play that would make it that hot, where wheels on tires were melting and this windshields were melting and just like collapsing. Doesn't happen in a car fire. If you've ever seen a car catch on fire, that doesn't happen. The wheels are still there. The windshield cracks, doesn't completely melt into nothing. So it's weird, the intensity of it. My next car, house roof, all blue. That's what I was saying, Gracie. Someone in my neighborhood was like, hey, what if we change the shade of, or the color completely of our roof? Because a lot of people in my neighborhood are getting their roofs replaced. Do we have to like get approval from the HOA? And yes, you did. And then I posted a funny picture of like a blue roof, and I said, this is the color I'm going with, and we're not getting approval. But it's funny, but it's not, because it's why it's scary. It's scary for the world. Matt Dugan from Houston. What's up, Matt? How you doing, man? But yeah, it's I don't want to get involved with the conspiracy, but a lot of people I talk to, they don't even know, never even heard about it. But I've watched a couple things, and I'm like, just seems like a very coincidental natural disaster for a bunch of land that they wanted in the first place. Come visit, pick up, ready to go. Royce Morehouse, Raymond, Canada, Frederick and Brunswick. With now, come visit, pick up, ready to go. Royce, what's going on, man? I don't know what that means. Google says the Air Force received a laser weapon in 2022. It's a pod that mounts under the plane. And then that would also explain some sporadic, there's like just random spots where one car was there, nothing else. And it's like a field of a little bit of tiny grass. And the grass is burnt a little bit and the car's completely gone. melted wheels, and then like everything around it's fine. And there's like, so there's no fuel to fuel that fire. It makes no sense. And then it was like sporadically off on one little area, and nothing else around it's burned. It just that little area, and then it's gone. It's like this laser just kind of missed off and went over there for a little bit. I don't know. 1999 public records. Yeah, I don't think they have to. I think that's all kind of out the window right now. Everybody just does whatever they want and just, what's going on, buddy? Yes, we are still covering up those birds at night. Well, last night, like I came home, and T-Dubs hadn't covered them up, and they were not chirping at all. They were just sitting there. So they've been pretty good birds. But in the morning when the sun's up, oh yeah, they start talking to each other. Yeah, but I feel like I don't want to get in trouble. I don't know. I don't want to be in trouble with the government or anybody else and just say, hey, stop talking about it. It just raises an eyebrow to be like, okay, well, nuclear weapons aren't really the scare anymore. Now they're just gonna, and you can't see the beam. Just look up infrared laser, and you cannot see it to the naked eye. Like I think someone can be pointing right at you, probably feel some intense heat pretty quickly, but you can't see it with the naked eye. You'd have to have like infrared goggles on. Hey Cody, what's going on, man? Oh, that's a weird comment. I can't see it unless it's just messed up. It's like it's really small and smashed, but it's a super chat, so thank you so much, but it's really smashed. I don't know what that is. Oh, do the birds get annoying? No, they're pretty good, especially if you cover them up. They don't make a peep. They don't make a noise at all. Give us an update on the FLD. FLD's doing great. New windshield, the drive shaft's back in there. I think I'm gonna have to do all new tires to just really rule out everything for, my light's still green, so I'm just checking. Rule out the vibration. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. What's up, Tony? How you doing, man? But yeah, I just want to make sure the vibration's gone before we run that thing at all. And if we get back into cement at any time. Glenn, what's going on? Tallahassee in the house. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Sorry. Yo, Bugatti, what's going on, man? Hillary has asked me about the Escalade. What year, what size, haha, all that stuff. T-Dubs just texted me. Let me text her, guys, that I'm live, and then she'll jump in here and ask these questions. Am I back? Can you see me? Can you hear me again? Birds are neat. Had some for a few. Yeah, our kids love them. I told Cash today, I was like, man, Cash, we got a good old zoo in here now, man. Because he was like, yeah, well, I like animals. I'm like, yeah, buddy. Can you guys, okay, you can see me? Cool. Thanks a lot, guys. T-Dubs might jump in here now because I told her she'll probably ask her a question now. The white bird is called Sugar. Luna's for like a dark, Luna's, we called Luna, I had a black pug for about 9 years out in Arizona, and her name was Luna. I love that dog, such a good puppy. About Tiki's mentality, very sweet. What's up, Michael? How you doing, man? Very, very sweet little girl. North Carolina coast, getting things ready for storm. Yeah, Steve, that's where you're at, man? You're all over the place, buddy. You roll that hay guy motor everywhere. Haven't been here in 8 months. Have you? I'm doing great. Radiation, how you doing, man? Didn't see that was you. What breed is Tiki? Tiki's a half Maltese and half Yorkie. But I think he's more Yorkie because that's like his coloring and stuff. Tiki is exactly as old as Cash, so 7 years old, almost 8. I can't believe Cash is turning 8, guys. Cash is turning 8 September 30th. Man, we weighed him today because he likes to get on my back and I carry him down the stairs and stuff. He's not a small child anymore. Cash weighs 93 pounds right now. Yeah, I mean, he's got a little meat on him, but that's how I grew up. I was always meaty, and then I would grow. And I think he's meating up right now. What part of areas did you live in? I lived in Tucson. Bullhead City, I loved it. I drove through there to Vegas a lot. Let's hit the like button. There you go, thank you. And then I lived in Phoenix, Glendale to be specific, and Surprise for like since 2004 up until 2018. 4 on the 6, dang it, Allison, they're getting big, man. He's right behind Kylan because Kylan's 4. That is crazy. We need to get those boys together again soon. Let's hit the lake, Allison, before it gets too cold, okay? Get the boys, bring the baby, all that stuff, and we can have a nice little campfire trip out there before it gets too cold. So, I mean, we can go all the way up until end of October. It'll still be warm. The water might be getting chillier, but we can still be hanging out. Smurf, yeah, you'll see me out there eventually. Just and hope all is good with you. And you too, David. We're doing good, man. Hope you are too. We're just praying for the country, man. October 4th. There you go, Kevin. Kingston. Okay, what's up, Smurf? Is that Daniel? Oh yeah, it's Daniel, buddy. How you doing, man? Daniel Charger. I got to come back and see you, man. Listen at the background. I have done some charts for tomorrow. Cheers. There you go, Tolga. Smash the like button. Went to college. That means two are getting. Man, the comments keep kicking me up. I can't stay on it. There you go, Jill. Thanks for coming in. I'm just gonna go to the bottom, guys, because I can't keep up with them. Holland, what's up, John Van? How you doing? How's Holland doing? How's your guys' economy, your world, everything else? Then I see stuff on Canada. People up there are like, the cost of living, I guess, is worse than it's in America. I can't believe that. I really can't believe it costs more in Canada than down here. Does that help a little bit? I guess it helps a little bit. It gives me some light because it's getting dark in here. I don't have any more lights up here. I got red lights to replace my other lights, but it's getting darker outside. I mean, it's still nice, but you guys can't really see me. Oh, is T-Dubs in the house? Okay, let's see what she was asking. Patrick, what's up, buddy? Homer, what's happening? Hi, T-Dubs. What questions do you have about the Escalade? So my younger sister is thinking about getting like a Escalade or a Denali or something like that, kind of same year as T-Dubs. So I'm going to tell them all the things that we kind of had problems with over the years. Bulldog game, what's going on? Oh, they're all talking to T-Dubs now. I'm chop liver. Dollar is strong. The dollar is stronger than the Canadian dollar. Yeah, Michael, it just seems like cost of living and everything up in Canada is getting horrible too. So, Charles, what's going on, Charles Griffin? Everyone's T-Dubs takes over the show now. But T-Dubs, ask me your question real quick while I'm on here. They want to know like what size. We have a 2016 ESV Escalade. All of them are the same though. They all have the same 6.2 liter LS3 motor, or it's not LS3. It's like a L86 or something. I don't know, not L86. I forget the name. Not LS1 or LS2 or LS3. It's a like LQ9 or something like that was the older one. No problem, Toga. North Carolina, what's going on, Jeffrey? How did your wife get the name T-Dubs? Okay, so T-Dubs just stands for trucking wife, like a W and a T. T-Dubs, pretty standard. Pound is more valuable than the dollar now. That's crazy, trucker. These comments, man, they keep moving on me. For me again, Toga says hi. Unknown. Justin who? Yeah, exactly. T-Dubs takes the show every time. T-Dubs made some kiwis today when I was leaving the house. She like cuts them out like an avocado and then she just eats it. What a weirdo. T-Dubs the weirds. But she still hasn't asked a question unless I just missed it. But yeah, I would just tell Hillbill, what's up, Bo? How you doing? Everybody say hi to Bo. Man, how you doing, brother? I see you well, brother. How's everything out there in Idaho, man? You guys dealing with everything like the rest of the dang country? Freddy, what's going on? 10-4, buddy. Keith Strickland, LOL, haven't seen it yet. Have you got another reservoir cap? Cody, I did order another one, man. I ordered I matched it up with the part number from Peterbilt, and it's like $22, but it doesn't have the little thermostat thing in the middle. So I think the thermostat stuff is only on the reservoir cap side. So, but I still have a messed up rubber seal, so hopefully that helps with what I'm doing. Barbecue one day, just need a live from the barbecue. There you go. Busy in nesting mode. Yeah, I got the baby coming, baby. Get ready for the new little girl. Congrats, Bo. I know it can be out of the bag now, but Bo's expecting another little baby girl, so congrats, man. It's evening out the herd. Almost even with girls and boys, I believe. I think boys are still winning. Fuel price went crazy out here. Yeah, Chris, it's crazy out here, man. Good night, Novell. Barbecue sounds really good right now. It does, right? We've got a cool place called Bobby's Barbecue, but they're only open Thursday, Friday, Saturday out here by our house. I guess we all just found out. Everyone knows that Safety Out of Prep has another one coming. Oh yeah, hope Crystal's doing great. I know T-Dubs could be a moody lady sometimes when it came to the baby. CDL's getting rusty there, Steve. Thanks a lot, Novell. Howdy from Montreal, Hong Kong. There you go, Ron. Praying for you guys' cost of living too, man. I've seen, you just see stuff on social media. I don't have any friends that live in Canada. Well, I got one guy I know in Canada, but he's way up in like Quebec area. He does oil line stuff. Met him in Cancun. Yeah, Matt, we're pretty blessed to be, the hurricane never really reaches us for we'll get winds and we'll get some of that stuff, a little tornado warning. But we're 3 hours from the coast, so we don't get like hit like the coast does. What's up, Bill? How you doing, Bill Stoops? Beast of Logan. Oh yeah, we need another truck show, Rogue and Bo and Beast of Logan, so we can all hang out again. The truck shows are so much fun once life calms down and the world calms down. Out here driving from Texas back to Florida. There you go, Axis. Roll easy, man. Roll that I-10, huh? Well, you're going to be going right by the storm, man. Get home quick. And hopefully you live on the east side of Florida. But if not, just, yeah, Jorge or George, the freight is still not great. It's just not, there's too many trucks, not enough stuff to move. The economy's not really producing right now. Not a lot of people are in hold mode. The highest credit card debt on file hit the $1 trillion mark. The Fed is, I think, going to keep their rates where they're at right now. They said they might hire them, but there's no way they can raise them. Houses are not selling at all. Just a bunch of stuff's going crazy. I think you should some adult hang time. That's right, man. Miss you and Crystal. Can't wait for the baby to get here. There you go, T-dubs. Keep on trucking, buddy. 10-4. Tiki is my spirit animal. He's an awesome pups, man. Just wants you to hold him all the time, feed him, pet him, and he wants you to hold him again. Like, all right, Tiki. He's in the video today. Already planning my vacation to Matt's. There you go, Kevin. Yeah, it's always a good time at Matt's, man. It's such a big show that you can kind of just get lost and walk around and see some cool trucks, or you can hang out and meet with some people. And this year, though, if we do go back to Matt's, which I don't know why we wouldn't unless something crazy happened in the world, we got to focus more on being at the truck, because we spent so much time with like different dinners with vendors and people, which I love, and I love doing that. But I also like to spend time and meet the people that are actually like Kevin and hang out with them out by the trucks, like talk to them, like go over stories of what we've been through the year. Stay by you down in South Carolina. There you go, Anthony. It's a nice place to live, man. It's humid right now for sure. Tiki's ready for OTO riding. Yeah, I was gonna bring him tonight because he was, every time I leave the door, he's right there next to me, like looking at me. But I just left him there. I don't know what. I should have probably brought him. Probably could have sat with him next to me right here. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Yeah, and Tito was just talking about Casper today. He's getting chubby. He's a fat little white cat, but he's got a really cool temperament. He just lays on the ground. Doesn't you have to like walk over him? He won't run away and skirt away. He'll just stay there. He's like waiting for you to step on him. I don't know what the guy next to me did, because remember I told you he was hooking up? Like he hooked up and he's probably unloaded, but I don't know, because they don't have lumpers here anymore, so maybe he's just resetting his clock. I don't know, but he has not left yet. And then down here, we're still got some sun in the sky, but it's dark on my face. I love him. He sleeps on, yeah, the white cat, I'm telling you, T-Dubs, he doesn't sleep on me. He always sleeps on T-Dubs. Definitely grew from kitten size. Yeah, he's a big cat now. But he's just very, I wouldn't say lazy. He's just very comfortable and like just, wherever he lays, he stays there, and he doesn't care what you're doing. But he'll let you pet him. Then if you ever go towards its stomach, he'll start attacking you. He thinks you're playing with him or something. I don't know. Lucy's awesome. I love Lucy. We went and saw her the other day, but Papa's grown really, the attachment that Papa has with Lucy. If you don't know Lucy, but if you don't know Papa, is T-Dub's dad. And whenever Papa would come over and like watch the dogs while we were gone on a trip or something, or whatever we were doing, mats or whatever, he's like, man, I really like that dog. So we kept getting in trouble because we don't want to fence our backyard. We like it being open to the park. And she would get out and like bark at people. Wouldn't get out, but she would like antagonize people that were jogging or walking by, because people always walk in that park. And so we kept having problems. And she had a little shock collar, but we didn't like using it that much. And after she got comfortable, we hadn't used it in a while, she would go a little further and bark at people, and then we get a complaint again. So we were like, all right, Papa, do you want her? He's like, yeah, I want her. So good old Lucy went to Papa. And we still get to see her, and she's still saved and still in the family. So she's hanging out with, what has she got over there? 4 Chihuahuas to hang out with? Oh yeah, Chihuahua time. But lays right there with Papa on his little chair when he watches the shows at night. What's up, Claudio? How you doing, man? I know you need to keep the wheels turning, and your family will supply whatever you do. That's right. Thanks a lot, Anthony. You too, man. Joe, what's going on? Matt, are you keeping your K-Dub? How do you like your day? Yeah, I'm of course keeping them both. Traveling with the Bells, how you doing? I haven't seen you in a while, man. And a lot of people asked where I got that Rooted shirt. It's the tree. It's actually a church like study group, and T-Dub's got it from, of all places, one of her like nail salons or something, or her hair place, something like that. Like the guy that owned it or whatever. My dad is obsessed. Let's see. That's a trust thing with the cats. Yeah, I guess so, Daniel. That cat just it likes to lay in a corner of the kitchen and just like lay on its back and play with itself. Like it just hits the cupboards and stuff. I'm like, all right, what this cat's doing? Rub Casper's tummy all the time. Well, he attacks me. I even touch his in between his arms, his upper arms. He starts biting my hand. He thinks it's attack mode. And if I pet him on the back of his head or his back of his like body, he's cool. Then I start going for his stomach, he gets crazy. Stream room, go in the house. Radiation stream room's awesome, man. I'm just, everything I do, I'm running into problems. Like now we're having like login problems with Minecraft, and like it won't log into their account on different accounts. But also the microphones I bought, and the soundboard I bought, I think I need to buy way better ones, because you do get a little echo and feedback. I got all the cables for them. Headphones seem like they're really good, but I think I need to buy a way better soundboard, because to have 3 microphones and 4 headphones, because I'm going to have to be able to listen to it while I'm using the little ATEM thing. I think I need like a way better soundboard, so that's got to be the next thing. It's not something, and then I think about it, and I think about my kids' age and what they're doing, and I don't want to push them into gaming like that. I mean, when they get older, sure, they can get into a little bit. They'll have the computers, they'll have that set up. They can edit themselves if they want to use that for editing, if they want to use that for running live streams together. That's awesome. It's something that's going to be great for them. If they want to just watch movies in there, they have 3 65-inch TVs in there. So it's an all-around media room, but I didn't want to really push. I thought to myself, I was like, do I really want to push my kids to be streaming all the time and gamers? I saw a thing with kids like had indentions on top of their heads because they wore headphones too long. so I mean, I know that's the future, computers and that kind of stuff, and AI or whatever, but I want them to do that on their time, have that available. I really wanted to get the Roblox thing, but then I came in to find out that the Roblox game, sorry, I'm not looking at comments at all. Roblox game, they're way easier controlling it, just touch screening their iPad, than they are with a computer and like the keyboard. So they didn't like that. They're like, no computer, Dad. We're just gonna do it on our iPads. So everything kind of just turned into going back. I'll be back. Gotta go. Baby needing. Which baby? Oh, Kylan, your giant baby that weighs what, 58 pounds? Okay, baby, love you. Carolina fuel, California fuel, just like regular fuel, like gasoline is $6. Man, lots of options, man. Hope you're God, just what the video of 2024 came with. Have you seen it? No, I haven't. The new W900. I'm semi-disabled, Justin, but if you're not ever come to Central Indiana on the load, I'm coming to see you. There you go, Matt. How is the crossing? Traveling with the Bells, it is doing awesome. There it is right there, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for giving me that. Give me the connection with that guy. It was awesome. What type of trucking would you be good to experience? Everyone is asking for 2. See, Vince, right there, that little thing you just ran into right there, that is what pushed me to go buy my own truck. Because I was just going to run a company. I was going to do the same thing, save up for a truck. And when I started researching the market, I was just getting out of CDL school, and it came quick. I was like, man, they're paying 33 cents, 35 cents a mile. They're offering me like 38 cents a mile if I'll team with somebody. I don't want to be in a truck all the time with somebody else, which I'm sure is fine for some people, but you want your privacy sometimes. You want someone else's eating habits, sleeping habits, everything habits. It's kind of close quarters. Even in this giant truck, it's still pretty close quarters unless you're like best buddies with them or brothers with them. So I was like, okay, I don't want to do that. And even then, it was 38 cents or 40 cents a mile back in 2018 for team, and like 35 cents for solo. I was like, man, that's crazy. I'd rather just go get a manager job at a distribution store or something. I don't know. So anyways, that's what pushed me to buy my own truck, because everybody was like, oh, you need 1 year or 2 years experience. And then that was when you would get like a little bit better pay, but you still weren't getting paid great. So it is a lot of responsibility to come out here and everything that goes wrong on this truck, everything breaks. You're watching today's video. I finally got the switch for my refrigerator to be fixed. that's a little thing. That's not a big thing, but that's all on you. You don't just get to turn the truck in to the company or put it on the to-do list to fix. It's you. You're going to fix it. And if your motor blows, you're going to pay for it. So those are things that takes a lot more stress and responsibility, but it pays a lot more. So that's why I can be home a lot. That's why I've worked really hard for 3 years with my Volvo and now this truck. When the market was great, I was saving money and paying off things. And that put me in this position where I am now. But yeah, I feel you on that 2-year thing, man. It's like, how am I supposed to get 2 years experience? They want you to drive for peanuts for 2 years and then give you a little bit more money and then keep you always as a company driver, which is great for some people. Love being company drivers. Some companies treat their drivers really well. And it works out in the long run for them. But if you want that responsibility, if you're a little bit mechanical and you can wrench a little bit and fix little things and big things, it's the owner-operator way is better, but not right now because the market is horrible. Be right back. There you go. What's up, Logic Neo? I don't even want to hear about gas. Oh man, yeah. So God, why? So the comments didn't used to do this. Every time I'm like trying to hold one to read it, it keeps flickering it like up. Okay, let's hold this one. $5.99 diesel is above $6. Man, and I'm paying $3.04 for gasoline. That's crazy. Ran team for racing team. Yes, you gotta like your co-driver for sure. Rogue. All right, I'm back. There you go, Toga. Everyone's talking to each other. Yeah, but it's just that 2-year thing, man. And when I came in, it was like 1 year. You have to have 1 year experience. And that's also, I guess the trucking industry kind of pushed me not only to be an owner-operator, which I appreciate for them doing that, but also to start this YouTube, because my whole thing about this YouTube was to have experience. I was like, okay, I'll just film myself driving this flatbed, which I was doing hardwood flooring for a buddy of mine who I met in CDL school. His dad owned a hardwood flooring company. He still does out here in Ware Shoals, South Carolina. I was going to run for them, show that I had a year experience. It would take me back home all the time because I was leaving, picking up and leaving where I lived. It was a little bit far. It was like a 25-minute drive to them, but it wasn't that bad. Anyways, I learned real quick, though, that's not the kind of experience they want. They want you to be like with another mega. They want you to be with CR England or Schneider or Swift or Knight. They wanted you to be with one of those companies for a year, and those companies were the ones that wanted the year. So you had to be with like I wouldn't say bottom of the barrel, but like a mega that, like, I don't know. It was crazy. Trucking not the same, much technology and newer trucks, yeah. Heard that the megas are really starting to feel the effects. Yeah, I heard a crazy rumor that Swift was buying, Swift was buying Schneider? I don't know. Heard a crazy rumor about that. Think to motivate me to keep grinding and buying my truck. Yeah, AK, I mean, I think that's the end game for freedom, freedom in the trucking industry, and like having your own thing and being able to go where you want to go and not have a dispatcher or anything like that, but you're going to have a lot more responsibility and like stress. Like when the market is the way it is right now, I was stressing trying to get just this load to come back to home. And sure, I like to come home, so it's more stressful for me because I'm trying to go a certain direction. But if you were just trying to go anywhere, go out to Texas, go out up to the Northeast or Midwest, then yeah, it's a little bit easier. Knight buying Swift. No, Knight and Swift are kind of the same company. They both came out of Phoenix. They're both they're not the same company, but they were two people that kind of did this, like went together in business. But Swift, I think, is the biggest one. Just a monopoly that keeps on growing and won't stop. Yeah. Pneumatic and flatbed trails in the future. Dan, I was looking at, or is that Dana or is that Dan? It's Dan with 2 N's. Matt Baxter, thanks a lot, man. Guru, get a few drinks on me. Justin, drive safe. Be home, my boys. Thanks a lot, Matt. Let me go back. I lost my train of thought with Dan. Pneumatic. Look at the flatbed trailers, like a nice Fontaine split axle aluminum 48-foot flatbed is under. You can get one like around 10 grand or less if it needs a little bit of work, needs boards or something. Even an RGN, you can get like but the RGNs, I'm starting to look about the weight capacity. Some of them are 35,000, some of them are 55,000 pound. The 55,000 pounds ones are pretty expensive. But like a 35,000 pound RGN, which RGN is like a removable gooseneck, and you can drive up like a big piece of equipment. So he just slid his tandems, a pretty big bang. They're not too out of sight to get those either. Gas is up in Durham. I just hit my 2 year with my CDL and my own truck. I'm changing to flatbed. There you go. There you go. Access exactly what I'm talking about. Justin, is the clutch pedal. Clutch pedal is still quiet. Here you go, Gracie. Ready? Oh, I mean a little bit of a thing. People are saying that bushing goes out and it's better to use some like lithium grease, but that's the first time it's made noise in a while. But I just got to keep getting under there and spraying it. What I think it was a lot of the going through that cement all the time. When I had the car wash, the sprayer, I would go pretty slow over the truck, and I think it was probably spraying heavily on that bushing underneath the truck with the sprayers, because the sprayers went all the way to the ground, and that was probably getting those wet every time I went through it. So where has the mechanic girl been? Well, Gary, she was just in here. She's working. T's and P's for Mike Boozer. One of their buddies got hit by a motorcycle, or hit on his motorcycle, so they're down another mechanic. So T's and P's for that. Should have banked before buying your first truck. How much money do you think you should have banked before? Easy, free. So I had just sold my house in Arizona, put $50,000 of the proceeds, which I made about $80,000. That was what gave me my kick, and I stayed in that house for 7 years, did a lot of work to it, and then the market went up in Arizona. It's even more now. That house is worth like $600,000, $650 now, and we sold it for like what did we sell it for? $290. So anyways, I owed whatever on it. I made about $80,000 in my pocket after everything was said and done. Commissions for. And we used Open Door, which is kind of like you just get a flat rate cash offer. We didn't fix it up or sell it or stage it or nothing. Anyways, took that money, moved out here, put 50,000 of it down. I bought a Toyota Tundra for me, and kind of had some money saved, and then we bought a minivan for T-dubs. Anyways, I had a little bit of money left over, like maybe 10,000, and I had a nice truck that I bought for myself. Not brand new or nothing, but I sold that truck, and it ended up costing me about $18,500 cash to down payment on a truck that I financed, which was like $9,000 back then for a $30,000 truck, and then I had like $3,000 to start my insurance and like $3,000 to start my. Let me know if I'm still there. I got a low battery thing. So yeah, about $18,000 back in 2018. Nowadays, what's it gonna be now? You know. How have you? Good evening. I enjoy the Sierra Nevada. Enjoy the channel. Thanks a lot. A day on the road. That's cool, man. Let's see what we get. Am I still here? Can you still hear me? See me? Because my phone said low power. Steering wheel covers on eBay, man. It was like $15 for two of these things. I put one on my Dodge Ram and one on this thing. Because on my top, my steering wheel was kind of peeling off, so I had to put it back on there. We're good, cool, thank you. Shorty from Australia, watching you now. There you go. What's going on? Either from Melbourne, Australia. What's going on, Pete? Justin, the price of diesel here in Ireland works out to $9.77 a gallon. What in the world? Man, oh man, it's just crazy. I need to get caught up with your most recent videos. Just got home from my 10 hour. There you go, Mad King. Thanks a lot for watching, man. Yeah, the videos aren't not much changing these days. That little trip to Florida was pretty cool. Dwayne Wilson, thanks a lot, man. Going to start working for Coca-Cola, driving truck. Hopefully I can get. There you go, Dwayne. The Red Classic, at least where we live, it's called Red Classic. That's the company that like runs all of Coca-Cola, but they seem to be a pretty decent company. I've never met a guy that ran Coca-Cola that didn't like, not say they loved it, but were getting treated badly, you know. Well, I just made it to Loves in Florida, right? Head to Hollywood, Florida. Which one? Which Loves? The one right across the state line, or the one like Daytona? The one in Daytona, I think, is probably the worst Loves in the whole Loves network. Let me know if you've seen a worse one than that. But I would never stop at the Loves in Daytona, kind of like by the Harley dealership. The worst. Like I had people honking at me, hanking at me, because I tried to just pull off on the side where they were pulling off, and they must have been saving a spot for their buddy or something. I was like, man, you guys are. This is your spot, isn't it? Oh, Lee, Florida. Okay. The new one, like off where you going to Stark? Where you going down, what's it, 301? I hope experience in troubleshooting hardware like that stuff, not really difficult, just takes time. There you go, radiation. Wheel of Spin. Oh, Bart Barker died. I'm thinking of Wheel of Fortune, or not Wheel of Fortune. Price is Right. Poor guy. Someone made a joke about that guy was so good at his job, he even died at 99, closest you can get to $1 without going over it. Oh man. After seeing the UPS contract, I think I should Man, traveling the bells. I was that's like maybe I should go back because I was about to work for UPS right before I started my CDL. Like I went to that Christmas working as a helper, and then I didn't know if I was gonna stay on or not. Because back then, if I was gonna stay on with UPS, I had to like work in the warehouse, and you had an indefinite amount of time before you would be a driver. That was just like when an opening came around and your seniority came up to where you were working there long enough, and you were the next person to be a driver. I was like, I don't know if I trust that. Just working in a warehouse at 4 a.m. for the next 3 or 4 years or 5 years, however many years. Thanks a lot, Jonathan. How has sickness been? School starting up. How many kids are already sick? Radiation, I don't know, man. Out here is not much sickness at all. Hotshot, Vince, I don't have much expertise on it at all. But it seems like when freight was good and we had stuff going everywhere, yeah, they needed that. They needed those little smaller LTL kind of loads that weren't going to be fitting on a big 48-foot flatbed and moving just smaller pieces here and there, or cars or whatever. That was needed. But right now, man, everyone's kind of, I think the regular flatbed guys are taking even that stuff now. So it might not be a great industry right now, but I don't know. Just ordered a paddle shifter from Rainey's. That's pretty cool. Like for your semi, that's going to be really cool with a paddle shifter. Scott Humphreys, what's going on? I'm still... Okay, we're red light. I just looked. We were green light the last time I looked, which was a while ago. So at least we're red light, but I haven't felt the trailer move, but I'm disconnected from the trailer anyways, but I'm still pretty close to it. And I don't know why they did it right here, but they have such a like drainage valley that if you're in one of these doors, like the back of your trailer will scrape the bottom bar when you're going up. It's like there's like one piece over here. It's like a huge 3-inch chunk of asphalt that's going. Australia, thanks for the call out. Keep it shiny side up. Thank you, Matthew. Love your bike. Thanks a lot, Pete. I love it too, man. Still takes a long time to be UPS. Really, John? Like you still got to work in like the warehouse and just like wait for the seniority? Because I was driving around with some of those drivers as a helper. I'm like, you should not be. I mean, they've just been there too long. They were just lazy and kind of like they knew the route. And I guess that's it. Once you start learning the route and learning how to read the labels and that kind of stuff, you're good. But man, it was like I was like, I can probably do this job a lot better than you. But they've been there forever. It's a union thing, so I got it. Keep it up. Thanks a lot, Matthew. And we fixed the switch for the refrigerator. You'll see that on today's video. You won't know. Donnie Dean, thanks a lot, man, for the super chat, man. I appreciate that. I don't know if it has any words to it. The super chat's being kind of weird, where it's like something about Coca-Cola. Yeah, I wish you guys could see what I see. I see his name and like the super chat, and then behind it's like a faded text, but it's really small. I don't know if you guys see that same thing, but I can't read it. So I appreciate it, Donnie, but I wish I could read it. It just says I can see something that says Coca-Cola. Hires UPS feeder driver and never worked in the warehouse. That's pretty cool, Eagle. I mean, I guess it depends on where you're at. I mean, here in Greenville, it was pretty dang busy. Well, fix the wheel. Stan, I have not, man. I haven't even bought those things yet, man. And I don't drive that truck more than like a half mile. But yeah, I do need to get the bearings in those front axles redone. I need to repaint that. That truck that's probably my favorite project that I want to do when things get back on track. When trucking starts making what it used to make, or even close, where it's just decent standard residual money, and I won't have to worry about like spacing out my projects and where my money goes. But right now I'm just kind of holding pattern. I'm not spending. I think a lot of America's that way. I'm not doing nothing new projects, nothing like that. But that's gonna, even over the Screaming Chicken, I kind of want to get that red truck back to where it was, like paint it, redo the stereo, get all the wheel bearings redone, all the suspension powder coated, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's definitely in my future, Stan. But right now it's kind of on hold. Especially, I just have that truck hooked up to the boat right now and launch it, leave it at the dock, and go pull it out when it comes to Sunday night. At least 2 years in Philly, more than 5 years I've heard in Dallas. Wow. What about the Screaming? There you go, Jeffrey. I was just talking about Screaming Chicken, man. The Screaming Chicken needs final tuning. I think the throttle position sensor is not even working, because when I was trying to set up the throttle position sensor, it kept not going like full flow to 0, and I couldn't be in the car and out of the car watching it. I guess I could have disconnected it from the whole manifold and like had it in the windshield so I could see it, but I don't know if that's working, because you hit the gas pedal and you don't really get a full anyways, I don't think the throttle position sensor is working. That needs to be worked to make the car tune and get some RPMs to it. Transmission's great. I redid the drive shaft to the yoke, but we need a whole new rear end and subframe connectors and a whole new gear ratio in the back rear end. So rear ratio, a lot of kind of stuff. And then that car will not be ready to go, but at least be ripping. You know, can drop the hood down and do some donuts. No throttle. Yeah, Jeffrey, it's weird. Like, you can't get any RPM in the car. It'll barely go. So it's like the throttle position sensor is not even working. So, and I put the intake back on there in the boot, so I take all that off, and it's a project down the line. But right now it starts, runs, runs on its own, but it does need a rear end and subframe connectors and all that stuff before we're gonna really play with that. Good time to buy a truck. Samir, I would definitely say that, man. You got all the bargaining power in the world. If you could drive by PACCAR Financial on 85 going towards Charlotte, they are stacked. They have no room for any more trucks. I went past Kenworth, going down to Florida, stacked. Trucks everywhere. Oh, T-Dubs is back. You would a great truck repair shop owner. Yeah, I don't think I'd be good at it because I wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't say rip people off, but I wouldn't be able to do the upcharge on the parts and the upcharges on like what they need done. And shops make a lot of money, guys, which I'm not dogging any shops, but they bank on the naiveness of some people, and I'm not that. It's not in my blood for that. I'd rather help them and teach them how to do it the best, least expensive, best way possible than break them over the coals, I guess you could say. What's the situation with reefers? Reefers, Daniel, if you've never been in the trucking industry, man, you're gonna have a lot more time like what I'm doing right now. There's even more time spent sitting here waiting for your truck to be unloaded. And there's also more, it's not really a huge problem, but sometimes you can have product refused because it might have spoiled, your reefer might not have held the right temperature, even a brand new reefer or an older one. And then the product's no good, and then you gotta go dispose of it, and then you have to get reefer washouts, which are just like the truck might have been holding onions or potatoes, and then you gotta clean it out before the next product can go in there. Just not have the smell or any of the byproduct of it. So it's a little more time consuming, but it does pay better. It does pay a little bit better, but it's just a little more intricate, I guess I would say. My magnificent mother at the age of 44 died of after fighting for 3 years. She was the best friend. I am sorry about that, corn dogs. T's and P's, man. I can imagine losing your mom that early in life, man. I lost my mom this year too, but she lived a pretty good life, but she had a lot more life in her. New truck, and they said 16 months. Wow, I can't believe they were waiting that long. Would you recommend finance 35K with 8K down? Samir, I wouldn't recommend. The only reason I don't recommend a PACCAR motor, I know it's a great motor, I know it's blueprinted after the Caterpillar, but what I have learned about it, if you're just going to pay a shop and you're going to do your own work anyways, then it doesn't matter. But that cam, it can only come out of the motor if it's facing towards the firewall, which is like where I'm sitting. So you can't, I don't know why they did it that way, but you have to pull the cam out through the back, so you have to like take the whole cab off or take the whole motor out to get the cam out, and that has to be out before you can do head work or anything like that. So I would recommend the 12.7 man is my favorite motor now because of the inexpensiveness of it. So like an old FLD or a classic XL, the old Freightliners, they put it in a couple of W900s. Just a really inexpensive motor. Rebuild kit on it's like $3,000. If that, like less than that usually. And that's like a OEM one. Rebuild kit on a Cummins, you're going to be in a 10K, 12K, 13K range, so $10,000 more most likely. Cummins is a great motor too. I have it in this truck right here, but if I could swap this for a brand new rebuilt 12.7, I would do it. So I would do a 12.7 Detroit. Just look up 60 series 12.7. And if you type that in, what's up, Lewis? If you type that in motor, just type in 12.7 60 series into like Facebook Marketplace, whatever, it'll bring up trucks that have that motor in them. So, what's up, Blue? How you doing? Yeah, and Samir, a lot of the newer trucks, you're not going to have that motor as an option. So if you're going to finance them, that's what you're going to run into. These finance companies won't finance over like 700,000 miles. So if it's an older truck, a lot of guys won't finance it because, of course, they're in the business to make money and they don't want an older truck that's going to break on you and leave you out of business, and then they don't get their money back. So, or they have to go repo your truck and sell it at auction. hopefully that never happens. But the 12.7 is like an older truck that's more for someone that's going to be able to work on it, or someone who has worked on it and you can learn that truck. So got Coronados, older Coronados. A lot of the Freightliner stuff had the Detroit 12.7. For newer trucks, the X15, the Cummins motor, the network of people that can work on it and all that stuff, it's a little more expensive to fix it than the 12.7, but it's on the same level as fixing a DD15 or a PACCAR, like the same amount of money for a turbo, $4,000 that it is. But if you were going to buy any motor in the perfect world, you would get a glider truck with a 12.7, but that's a lot more money. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. But I would do the PACCAR if you got a great deal on it and you had warranty on the motor and someone else can pull that cam out from the firewall. But other than that, try and look for like a Detroit or a Cummins motor. A Volvo motor I've heard is good also, but there's less people that work on it independently. A lot of the smaller shops like Hey Guy Diesel, Hey Guy only works on Cummins, but like there's not as many of those smaller shops that work on Volvo that there are Detroit and Cummins, if that makes sense. Every big company truck has that one. Yeah, those are great motors. Yeah, they're all. Just stay away from the Max Force. I mean, I messed up in one of my videos I made. I mixed up the Max Force with the PACCAR. The PACCAR motor is a lot better than the Max Force. The Max Force is one you just do not want to buy because it's just the bad stepchild of all the motors. Just a lot of problems. So don't buy that one. I'm selling motorcycles. There you go. Henry G. Rogue, don't give people any ideas. There you go. Many small dealers in Houston that will finance trucks. There you go. Then go for that, man. Go try and find something that's been taken care of. If you want to see if someone's taking care of their truck, like just look at their dash, look at their sleeper. If it was well done, taken care of, not a bunch of rips and stains, and the dash is half ripped apart. If it has like some nice little features, maybe a couple of chrome pieces, like they actually cared about their truck, whoever it was before or whatever, then that kind of be a telltale sign of they actually took care of their truck and might have done some maintenance to it, you know. You selling the IROC or the silver Camaro? Jeffrey, so I'm in the works right now. T-Dubs doesn't know this, and who knows if she's listening, but there's a guy selling a 5-speed white IROC in Charleston area, and I'm trying to trade him right now. I'm trying to trade him the SS and the IROC just to get that car, because then I'll have a 5-speed already. I can swap it, and it's like perfect condition. Like the interior is perfect, the engine's perfect, everything's perfect on it, and it's a factory 5-speed car. Because you can't swap the 4th generation, the SS pedals into the IROC. It's a lot more stuff to finagle and worry about. But yeah, I'm trying to find another IROC. T-Dubs is watching. Yeah, I'm talking to this guy in Charleston about trading him those 2 cars for that car. Because I just want something that I could be at the lake and like turnkey start. The Screaming Chicken will be that way one day, but just something I can run to the store with, take the T-tops off and blast some AC/DC or something to get that IROC rolling, you know? Oh, she's listening. Well, if a white IROC shows up, babe, you know what's going on. Worst bank out in El Campo, Texas, just financed my two. There you go. So still, what was the miles on that 386? Were they under 700,000? Got a 60 series Detroit 14 liter in an 07 class. It's been a good truck. 15 years. See, there you go, Robert. And have you had to rebuild that 14 liter at all? I'm not really familiar how great the 14 liter was, but people say it was still pretty dang good. Every big company truck has, I can't get the IROC. Got the IROC vibe. Yeah, IROC was my first car, Chuck. It was my 1987 Canary Yellow T-tops that would like pour water on me as it was raining outside. Probably should have put some stuff up there. Dash talk about the truck, especially those Columbias. There you go. What's up, Tyler? $898. That's pretty good then to finance that much. T-Dubs is watching. Oh, I'm listening. Looking for a SVX right now. There you go. I love you too, T-Dubs. It's all Cummins N14. Great motor. Yep. I would, if I was going to buy any Cummins, I'd probably get the M14, but I'd probably get an 871, the twin cam motor. Those motors seem to be pretty good, and just seeing the structural, I don't know why they stopped doing this. I've talked about this before, but they had these 4 little hooks at the bottom. So a liner is like a little cylinder, like a 2 liter, cut off the top and bottom. a liner goes in the block, and that's what the piston rides in and out of. And as it gets loose over time and loses its compression, that's when you need an in-frame. Or if the head gasket, the liner sinks down a little bit and the head gasket will let a little bit of coolant over the top, that's when you need an in-frame. But the 870, 871s, these twin cam motors, had these 4 little prongs at the bottom that were like holding that liner from going down any further, on top of the fact that they had like a little lip ledge, which that's what the ISX have. So the liners have like a protrusion or a step down. It has like a 1 diameter, and then it steps down a tiny bit and goes to another diameter, and that step is where it sits on, and that's what like pushes down over time, and it'll drop a liner is what it's called. But the 871 has these other 2 things, like 4 things on the bottom that are also holding it up. I'm like, why didn't you keep those on the ISX? Another conspiracy theory that they were trying to get you into the shop. What's up, Troy? How you doing? So I was like, why don't you keep those ones? I'm getting ready to be an owner operator. What's the best site to use to book loads? Patrick, so you got a bunch of load boards out there, man. I am, I guess you could say, fond of Truck Smarter, but because they do what I did, I would always just go to the big brokers, Coyote, CH Robinson, JB Hunt, Convoy, Uber Freight, who else? There's a bunch of brokers out there, and I would always use them anyways, and I was always just switching between apps, open my phone, open all the apps, switch between them, and just look at what loads they had. And then Truck Smarter took their innovative software and integrated all those apps into one, so those loads all popped up. So I was like, this is awesome. So I was already using it, but there are other load boards out there, but they charge you a monthly fee, and they charge you more money if you want to know like their little averages, so I never did it. I did 1 free week trial with one of the biggest load boards out there, the biggest probably one out there, and I didn't see anything better. I actually saw worse. And then you see a lot of loads that pop up with people that have like a really bad credit score. So you'll have a credit score or a new credit score, and then factoring comes into play. This is all these words, if you don't know what these are. Factoring is the banks that pay you, and they'll pay you in advance, and then they'll go collect the money from the load. But some companies aren't factorable, so that means they're doing either shady business, or they're too new, or they haven't paid in the past, or they're double brokering. There's all these things that are popping up, and Truck Smarter has it right at the bottom. You scroll down and it says factorable. If they're factorable, they're factorable. You're getting paid no matter what, and they don't have any shady problems in the past. And if they're not factorable, they're either brand new or they're probably not even working with them. So I would say just get to know your different ones, but give them a try. They all have like free trials. Check them out. But you'll see. Just type in load board into the App Store, and they'll all pop up. Thanks a lot, Troy. T-Dubs, watching the video again where you redneck woman, girl, you sing. Yeah, D-Dubs can sing. She just has a little stage fright, and she's too hard on herself. She doesn't realize how good she is. Who pays detention, broker or shipper? So Joe, detention's always paid by the broker. They can go back to the shipper, I think, and recharge them. I don't know how they do that, but it's always paid by the broker. And they probably like get on the shipper and say, hey, I'm gonna need more money out of my next contract with you because you guys are taking too much time to unload these trucks. I don't know, but it always is paid by the broker. What's up, Josh Jeffers? How you doing, buddy? Good seeing you, man. You're welcome, Patrick. As many trucks on the road. Yeah, you're seeing as many or more trucks on the road. All the truck stops are full. All the rest areas full. So yeah, same thing. Hey, no problem, Joe. Caveman, we're doing good, man. How you been, man? I haven't seen you guys in a while. It's cool to see your names. I miss going live, but it's really been depressing, guys. It's been depressing. I had this happen to me in 2019 when the 19 hit. It was just such a waste of time. You'd sit there all day on your phone looking for loads, and Hector, what's going on, man? Good to see you too. Speaking of dudes I like seeing and talking to. Yeah, you just waste a bunch of time. I'd sit up there, get my coffee, 8 a.m., brokers start hitting the boards, and there was just no movement, no wiggle. There was not even any loads. And now there's loads, but there's still no wiggle. And the last one I got Clifford painted. Oh, that's awesome, Stan. Heck yeah, man. She was already pretty good paint, but you got her redone again? That's nice. Yeah, but yeah, it's frustrating. It's getting to that point again where you're like waiting all day, and then once they realize you're not going to conform to their games of, hey, you lost the load, and really they just bounce it to the next day. They'll give you the load, but it's like crunch time. You have like exactly amount of time to get there, and you have to bust your butt and stress about getting there on time. So it's back to those. I sat all day here in Michigan at home, but non-paying. Exactly. Like I'm not, and only till that load's been on for a couple of days, 3 or 4 days or a week, then they'll be like, okay, and then they'll wait till that last minute because they're always looking for someone else who's just going to take it. And that's what's wrong, kind of with the trucking industry. Is a lot of nobody bands together. Everyone's just undercutting each other, or someone else will do it for cheaper, or someone has a less cost per mile, or someone just doesn't know any better. And they're booked the load and be like, yeah, I'm making money. Like, you think about your costs, and if that motor goes, or one of your axles goes, or your transmission goes, or one of your tires blows out and blows your hood apart, those are the costs that you got to add into these loads as you're booking them. You need to save money on top of making your everyday bills and profits. So I don't think people get that, and that's probably part of the problem with a lot of non-great business owners in here. Charleston still misses me. What's going on, Derek? How you been, man? Gotta run. See you later, Traveling the Bells. Hope you do good, John. T's and P's for your brother's memory too, man. I always think about that, and I hope you're doing good with that, brother. But we are still red light, trying to get the green light. But I think I'm gonna bounce out of here. Just trucking. Tired work today, and all these storms we had to come through there today. Yeah, it's bad. I mean, right now we have cloud cover, but we're not. It's not windy. The flag's sitting straight down. We're just kind of calm before the storm, but yeah, it's coming. So we'll see what we get. But love you guys. Peace and peace for all you guys. The refrigerator is working now. So got some cold drinks again. Thanks a lot to Cash, Kaysen, and Kylan. I want to say it was probably Kaysen. I don't want to blame it all on you, buddy. But maybe it was your younger brother, Kylan. But I'm pretty sure Cash wasn't going like this on the switch. Or maybe it just broke. I can't blame you, boys. I love you, boys. If you watch this some way down the road and see your dad driving a truck, I had to replace a fridge switch, and I blamed it on you guys. But it could have not been you, but we had a great time at Legoland. I love you guys. I love all you subscribers. Appreciate every one of you hanging out with me through these years. And I hope that for all of us, it just gets easier to book loads, make some money, and make it make sense. Make the world make sense, and make the Maui make sense, and just the implications of all that against our families and our life, and just moving forward and being able to barbecue and take a vacation once or twice a year and enjoy this life. So God bless you guys, and I'll see you on the next one.